Crowd of boys, peace. What's good? Come to talk to you boys today about semen retention and secret trait on your journey that instantly makes you magnetic. And I previously just did an audio on 5 masculine traits for men to master on semen retention, where I talked about confidence, having emotional balance, not showing neediness, having self-reliance, and speaking your truth. You boys go tap into that. If you haven't, go tap into that audio first before you get this secret one. You dig? This one right here is it's on the basis of whatever your preferences, whatever you want out of life, wherever your life path leads you. You don't need to have this trait. It's not necessary. But understand that you have something with you that people are attracted to, and I'm going to dive deeper into what that is and what this trait is and how it can be used, how I use it, and things of that nature. And the secret trait that makes you instantly magnetic on your semen retention journey is having charisma, being charismatic. Charismatic is an attractive trait to all people. People like someone that's outgoing, outspoken. Like I said, when you speak your truth, you're outspoken. But, a charismatic person, they're attractive, they're charming, they're inspiring. And then also something we speak on with the semen retention journey is being magical. This magical being mysterious. People like a good mystery. People like to figure out somebody. People are interested in you. They're fascinated. You're a fascinating being. Your looks, your body, the changes that you go through, it shows. And people who don't even know you can see something about you that is just attractive about you. This charismatic trait requires you to have a strong personality. And everybody, I've been told before myself that, I don't have no personality, but that was told to me by a person that was mad at me and was just projecting their negative whatever upon me. And, when that happens, I just take it with a grain of salt. But some people, don't have personality, if you will. And I put that in air quotes because personality isn't really a thing. It's just everybody's just different. Everybody has different preferences. Everybody has some sort of personality, whether you're outgoing or you're not. Either you're introvert or you're extrovert. It's still a personality. It's just you're being you. But a strong personality, that's someone that's more outspoken. You dig what I'm saying? Just more expressive. And this doesn't really require much. It's a strong personality, but it doesn't require you to do too much to be extra. This is just who you are, and what comes with the semen retention journey, man, is something that is just a part of you. You won't realize it until you get put in certain positions where you're able to express this. This type of personality instantly can dominate a room. Sometimes you don't have to even say anything. You don't have to do anything. You just walk in a room, or you walk into a place and sit down, and my boys, you'll start to realize people coming up to you, asking you questions. Even if you don't want to be bothered, people will still come up to you and, ask you whatever, just to see, they're interested and they see something that's with you and that's on you, the spirit that you're carrying. They're just intrigued by it. You're able to dominate the room and or control the environment that you're in. Your energy, it requires this is a force that's with you. This charismatic trait is almost like a force that is with you, that if you tap into it, you can turn it off, turn it on. But once you turn it on, you have control over your environment. Ultimately, once you have that control over yourself, you're able to manipulate certain places and have control in certain places as well with your energy. As I stated before in the beginning of this audio, this is not a trait that you need to have or a trait you desire as a man. You don't have to, aspire to have this trait or want to have this trait, but you are able to tap into this energy at will. This is a secret trait to have, and this is your power. Like I said, even if you're in a room and you walk into a room and you don't want command over the room, you just want to, fall to the background and chill. But you have the power to see if some shit is going left or something's going wrong. You have the power and this energy to shift things. You have the energy to shift what's going on in that area, in that room, and manipulate it and have it cater to you, or you just remove yourself altogether from that space if it's something that you feel that you're in danger of, or you just don't feel like being there. But you can tap in and use your wits, use your charm. You dig what I'm saying? When you're inspiring, you have the power and ability to manipulate those who are willing to be inspired, because people are watching you, people are looking at you. And I'm using the word manipulation, and I don't want you boys to get a negative outlook on certain words like manipulation. Not all manipulation is meant to manipulate somebody to do something bad. To manipulate somebody or to manipulate an area or a room can also be a positive thing. Like I said, if someone's doing some bullshit or you're in a room and something's going on, you have the power to shift somebody's mind and also shift the energy in the room. You just have to tap into what's going on, assert yourself, and be able to use the power that you have to get the better outcome of what's going on around you and where you're at. Understand that the light you have, or semen retention that we talk about, the glow, the aura, makes you not only stand out, but it's like you're a star. If this was a movie, you are the main character, you are the main star. You dig what I'm saying? You are the star of your own movie, and stars in movies, they entertain. Now, I'm not saying we're out here to entertain other people, get validation from other people, but if you're putting yourself in a position where you're out and you're amongst people, you will be the center of attention, and your light is shining, so people will gravitate to you. You become this magnet. And if you have this charismatic trait with you, it makes your light shine even brighter, because now you have people's full attention with your personality, your masculine frame, the strong personality that you have. You have everybody's attention. This light is always on us. The spotlight is always on you when you're the star. If this is a movie, if you're on stage, the spotlight is on you. However you want to play it. You don't feel like being charismatic today, you don't have to. But you can get you know what you have to do and what you can do, and you know your capabilities. What you're capable of and what you're not capable of. If you're willing to give your energy out to, other people and express yourself, be friendly, being having conversations, just being outgoing, there's nothing wrong with that. I guess, some of us who are at a point that may be lonely, and we're, good with being lonely. I've been good for a long time, being by myself and things like that. But when I do step out and I'm amongst people, I like to engage with people. I like to engage with people of this universe. We're all citizens of this universe. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to just avoid people altogether and not express ourselves the correct, healthy way. People gravitate to this energy, this charismatic energy. Like I said, it's entertaining for some people, to be able to see somebody that's vibrant, that's talkative, that's positive, that has positivity with them, that's smiling, that's handsome. You dig what I'm saying? Like, we become attractive look wise and body wise, and people analyze us. But then when we begin to speak and interact with people, and people see that we're approachable, and everything doesn't have to be about sex or overly sexualized. You could just talk to anybody casually. And if you are down to earth person and just cool, this trait is great to have because people will like you. You don't have to be a person where, I don't really care who likes me or who doesn't. People have their opinions of me, and that's their opinions. And I'm pretty sure with you boys, you go through the same thing. But it's great to have people to match your energy and understand your energy and being able to embrace you. And this opens up you embracing other people. If you can read the energy of a room or a place, have a sense of humor is very key. Having a sense of humor, being able to laugh, have some joy in your life. This is a huge part of being a charismatic person. Once you have that happiness within and it starts to pour out onto people, people will see it and appreciate you. And that part of having this trait, man, having a sense of humor is very important. You're able to laugh shit off or laugh at certain situations, not take everything so serious, just be in a flow state and just be is a great feeling. And people love that, and people will love that about you when it's genuine too. Being vulnerable is another key thing in being charismatic. And this is another word where we hear, and it's kind of a negative undertone with being vulnerable is a sign. Some people may think it's a sign of weakness, but it's not being weak. Vulnerable is not being weak or thinking that it's weak to be vulnerable. You dig what I'm saying? You're being who you are unapologetically. Excuse me. You are without fear or care of being judged. That's the key thing about being vulnerable on this journey. You don't care already what people have to say about you, what they think about you. You're just being you. Ultimately, you're being vulnerable. You're not being weak. You're standing in your truth. You're talking how you want to talk. You're doing what you need to do. You're being open. If it's a moment where you want to share something that, is a little bit more intimate, depending on, what type of circle you're in, where y'all sharing certain things, certain stories, or being sympathetic with somebody and you're sharing, that's part of being vulnerable. And being vulnerable is helping people understand you and opening up a door of trust where people can either come in and trust you with certain things, and you can also go to other people as an outlet and be vulnerable with them and see who you can trust with certain information. You don't have to give them the whole spiel the first time you meet somebody to show them, to prove anything, to show them that you have this trait, you're charismatic. But if you're willing to open up to people and be invulnerable and not care, that's very powerful to have. And this has to do a lot with being charismatic. You don't care about what people say, or what they think about you, especially if you are expressing yourself in a healthy way. This teaches people to be the same way as you. And like I said, it's important that we are in touch with people that matches our energy. So my boys, I hope y'all got some good knowledge and y'all take this secret trait and tap into it. Use it. Be outgoing. This world needs more light beings and more light workers who step out here and show that the work that you've been putting in, that's being done. Like I said, man, I hold the people very near and dear to my heart that don't want to be bothered, because I know exactly what that feels like. Like, I just want to show up, do what I have to do, and go about my business, and I don't want to be bothered. I understand that and I get that, but there's a time and place for everything. And as you start to build on certain traits as a man about yourself, this important trait, being charismatic, is very important to have. Like I said, this is a secret one. I had to make a separate video away from the 5 masculine traits that men should have on the journey that I previously did. Once again, you boys go tap into that. Double back on this one. Double back on the last one. You hear me? With that said, my boys, as always, it's with love. Cashapp, $ crowdofboyz for donations to help this channel grow. I appreciate you boys from the bottom of my heart. With love and peace.